Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The last few OVs that we are doing is a part of the composition called Pasaidan. And here Gyaneshwari Maharaj is offering his salutations to all the not only to the Supreme Self but also to the saints and sages, to Bhagavad Gita. It's like a Falashruti, and he says, I'll just repeat. We have already talked about the first 10, but we'll just read it. Now may the Supreme Self be pleased with the sacrifice in the form of this literary work and grant me this grace. May the wicked drop their evil. So he is asking blessings to him. He is the one who is as a yachak, that may the world be free of all evil and drop their evil ways and become inclined towards good deeds, and may all beings develop friendship for one another. This is the basic. This is what is yama niyama. Yama, ahimsa, asteya, aparigraha, the basic tenets with which by which the harmony can come about in the society, on the planet, in the world, and become inclined towards good deeds, and may all beings develop friendship for another. See, if you leave yourself alone, you will automatically move towards the good. Automatically. But the problem is, we get attached to this or that. And when we get attached to this or that, we get disconnected from what is good, and we start pursuing, thinking of survival, thinking of satisfying our lusts and passions for objects, for beings, for experiences, etc., etc., etc. We forget what we are here for. May the darkness in the form of sin in the world vanish, and let there be dawn of religious duty. So, righteous duty is what? Matru devo bhava, pitru devo bhava, acharya devo bhava, atithi devo bhava. Respect yourself, respect the Lord, respect the world. That's it. Because world is not other than the Lord. Say. So respect, give everyone, speak properly, look properly. What is the intention behind that is more important. We saw in the Bhagavad Gita, in the third chapter, the intention behind your thoughts. You may be speaking. Don't be like the air hostess. That is very good example. May the desires of all beings be fulfilled. So first it was told, may the darkness in the form of sin. And what is sin? Forgetfulness of the self. May that vanish. Everyone may by divine grace, by listening to the Bhagavad Gita, by listening to the discourses of Gyaneshwari Maharaj, he is saying, what I have produced here by the grace of my Guru, let all these people who are sitting in front and listening, intently, may they drop all the sinful activity and move towards the divine. And in this way, he says, may the desires of all beings are fulfilled. And it is but natural when you are in this world, you have. So, how can I, if the hunger is coming, what can I do? Then go and eat. But don't get attached to what you are eating. If you have to go to work to maintain the family, go and work. But don't get attached to, I don't like this work, I like that. Because I'm not getting what I like, so I will stay at home and be on the dole. No. Here at least you get dole. Other places you can't. You just sit. Not like that. So you have to may the desires of all beings fulfilled. This is a foregone fact that when we move towards the divine, whatever is required by us in our life is automatically provided. It's a foregone fact. When you forget the divine, then the struggle comes to survive. Then the struggle, the human being struggles to establish, to accumulate. See, one of the basic qualities in Yama Niyama is aparigraha, non-accumulation. Non-accumulation, this is how the Gurukul used to teach. Don't accumulate, don't accumulate. If you have done it, after 3 days, everything given out again. No accumulation. That why it is told in the first 10 qualities, Yama Niyama, that don't accumulate. So we clutter our house, we clutter our rooms, even around the side tables there are so many things. My room is like that. But my mind is not like that. But that habit that habit goes into the mind. Oh, I have to collect this. I have to. You know how many clothes I have collected now? I need to throw all this. So many clothes, old, from the time I got brahmachari, from then all the clothes are still lying there. I think this Chardham Yatra, I'll distribute it to everyone. They can be sannyasis on the way. Ponga sannyasis. You see? You can't throw it like that also. I want to either I burn it away. No, I can't give it to another sannyasi or brahmachari. They will not wear it. So, don't collect memories, don't collect conclusions, don't collect anything. The emptier the mind, the more you are in tune with nature. This in tune with nature is the retreat. The more you are empty, the more we are not talking about being empty. There we are talking about intense devotion to the goddess. Mother Gita is also the mother, no? She is so nourishing, she is so compassionate that every aspect of your life she has covered. And that's why Gyaneshwar Mauli, Gyaneshwar Maharaj, 12-year-old, he is also called as mother. Why? With so much deliberation, with so much patience, he is nourishing all the types of mindsets which are sitting in front of him. Pandits, Vaishya, business people, common man, poor man, rich man, intelligent, unintelligent, farmer, goat keeper, etc. All the types of people are sitting. And in whatever we have read till now, everyone is being catered to. He is not saying this is only for the intelligent one, this is only for the stupid ones, this is only for the pandits, this is only for the non-pandits. He's not saying like that. It's one language which is catering to everyone. Okay. And this is the beauty. When any great master speaks, thousands of people feel that master is speaking to them directly. That feeling is there. And then, may the desires or needs of all beings be fulfilled. May the concourse of saints who shower auspiciousness on the universe appear and visit perpetually all beings on this earth. And we see today, once upon a time, saints and sages never used to cross the oceans. Today, they are flying everywhere. Why? They are doing sightseeing or what? Huh? Someone tells Swamiji, your life is very good. Make me your assistant. But you go with Swamiji or someone. अभी now मैं सिडनी जाऊँगा, मॉर्निंग इवनिंग आफ्टरनून लेक्चर या सत्संग, lectures or question answers or whatever. You can't eat all the food that is presented to you. And you have to keep talking. It's seva. It doesn't tire us when you are inspired. See? So these saints are like a flower, stays in one place and spreads its fragrance and the bees come. Today, this is Kali Yuga flower called the saint. He moves around. He doesn't wait for the bees to come. He goes to the bees, spreading the fragrance. May these saints who are like walking wish-yielding trees and the abodes of sentient philosopher's stone, or talking oceans of nectar, and who are like spotless moons or heatless suns, be the constant kinsmen of all. We must incessantly, in your imagination, in your projection, in your physicality, in your dreams, always seek out masters. Think of masters. Think of Mahatmas. And then go to sleep. They will instruct you while you are sleeping. Think of God, think of masters. See? We met that way. He was at Baba's temple, and there we met, and now so many years he is connected, isn't it? So this is how it happens. He shows the way. This is how he showed me. This is how probably if you look back into your life, this is how it has happened to you also. So whenever we get a chance, be in the company of masters, because they are the wish and all that, wish fulfilling and all that. I spoke about it last week. In short, let all the three worlds be perfectly happy, and may everyone desire to offer perpetual worship to the primeval person, Brahman, and may those who follow the teachings of this work have perfect happiness in this and the next world. This is the blessings that Gyaneshwar Maharaj is invoking for everyone. That may you be happy. Swamiji's, be happy. मौज में रहो, आनंद में रहो, परमानंद में रहो. See? And that happiness itself is slipping out of our fingers. Why? Why it's slipping out? When it is our own nature, why should it slip out? When it is our known nature, why can't we experience it all the time? Why can't we abide in it all the time? See? Because we are distracted. Because we are distracted, because we are desirous of things other than that happiness, other than that constant principle. See? So in this way, this is the Falashruti. And hearing these words, now 1800. ये 80 क्यों लिखा? 1800. Misprint. आणि ग्रंथोपजीविये विशेषी लोकी इये दृष्टादृष्ट विजये होआवेजी तेथ म्हणे श्री विश्वेश्वरावो हा होईल दान पसावो येणे वरे ज्ञान देवो सुखिया झाला ऐसे युगी परीकळी आणि महाराष्ट्र मंडळी श्री गोदावरीच्या कुली दक्षिणलिंगी त्रिभुवनैक पवित्र अनादि पंचकोश क्रोश क्षेत्र जेथ जगाचे जीवन सूत्र श्री महालया असे तेथ यदुवंश विलासू जो सकळ कळा निवासू न्याया ते पोषी क्षितिषु श्री रामचंद्रू. He says, hearing these words, the Lord of the universe said, I grant you this grace. Gyaneshwari Maharaj is saying in his prayer, in his Falashruti, that the Lord said, I bless you with what you have asked. And what did he ask? Happiness for all beings. Happiness for all beings. Either we can say, when we go to the temple, instead of asking house, wife, children, grandchildren, money, portfolio, ask, Lord, may there be no hatred in my mind towards anyone. Ask this. Or ask, may everyone be happy. If everyone is happy, expand. How long? Only me. Me, my family. No, let's start from here. Me, my body, my family, my children. And it goes on. Enough. Enough. Explore new possibilities from childhood till you grew up. Knowingly or unknowingly, you were pushed into curiosity, you were pushed into exploring your potential. You learned new topics, you learned languages, you learned how to eat, you learned how to walk, swim, play, tennis, this, that, run, travel different places, learn to communicate with different types of personalities. You learned how to get your job done from mother also and father also. You learned all those things. Continuous learning. What has happened now? Now we have become comfortable that we studied for 30 years. Now it's time to encash what we studied. That is what the mentality is. That now I become a surgeon for 34 years old. Now it is time to encash. I'm all those 30, 20, how many? 15 years he studied. Now he's going to, all that he spent in 15 years, he wants to cover up in 1 year. But this is how it is. This is how we look at ourselves. No. Hearing these words, the Lord of the universe said, I grant you this grace, at which Jnanadeva became very happy that his wish that the whole world should be happy was blessed by the Lord himself. In this Kali age, is that what it is saying? कहाँ पे है?
1801 1801 या 2 ऐसे युगी परिकळी
कुठं आहे? हाँ, ऐसे युगी परिकळी, हाँ कड़ी वो 1803 में है वो. In this Kali age, there is a holy and ancient place called Panchakrosha Nevase on the southern bank of the river Godavari in the state of Maharashtra, where dwells the goddess Mahalaya, also named Mohini Raja, who pulls the strings of the world. There rules most justly King Ramadevarai, the crown gem of the Yadures, who is the abode of all arts. At that time, Jnanadeva, the disciple of Sri Nivruttinath, claiming succession of discipleship from Lord Shiva, gave the Gita the garb of Marathi language. This has happened in the last 1000 years. Many times it has happened. First one was Jnanadev Maharaj. Then remember there is Kamba Ramayana written in Tamil. That is, someone wrote it in the local language, isn't it? Kamba Ramayana. Then afterwards came Tulsi Ramayana. It was written in the Avadhi language. Here Gyaneshwari Bhagavad Gita is told and written in the local language of that time, Pali Marathi. And like this we see many saints and sages, like our Swami Chinmayananda. He was from Kerala, never spoke Hindi. But there was so much opposition when he started teaching all the scriptures in English. Mlecha language, foreign language, and you are teaching the Upanishads and the Bhagavad Gita in English. But that was the need of the time for all the intellectuals. If the intellectuals don't change, the masses will not change. So in this way, the various saints and sages have come time and again to represent or recount the same ancient scriptures in the local language, so that it becomes available for the many, and they can also get the benefit of it and come to realize the Lord is expressing not only in the poor and the rich, not only in the wealthy and not in the common man and the learned man. He is in everyone, and He will make a way for everyone to come to Him. That is the Leela. Out of Him only the whole creation came, and into Him the whole creation is going to go back. It is going to go back anyway. Then where is realization if it is going to go back? That you have to realize. If you can realize before it goes back that you are already, that the Lord alone is functioning through you, that you are not independent of the Lord at any given moment. That is realization. Lord or the truth. Just like a wave is never independent of the waters. The waters are its essence. Without water, there is no wave. When you realize that everything in this creation is nothing but the divine, our focus is not on the divine. Our focus is on the name and form. Wave is the name and form. Ornament is the name and form. Our attention is not on the essence. So these examples are given, but we get wave and ornament and gold and water. But you apply that same rule on yourself also. What are you? Oh, I am 68. I am 120 kg. I was born at this time and I don't know when I am going to die, and I am trying but I am not dying. Everyone loves me, or everyone hates me, or everyone is manipulating me. I have got a double PhD, or I am a doctor, or I am an engineer. But who are you? You are told everything about yourself with reference to something, but who are you? All you are talking about is what this form has done, what this mind has done, collected knowledge. But who are you? And realizing who we are while living, before the last breath or with the last breath also, is okay. See? That is the purpose of our birth. That is the purpose. Gyaneshwari Maharaj continues. Te tamaheshanvaya sambhute trinivritti nath sute kele jnana deve gite deshikar lene एवं भारताच्या गावी भीष्म नाम प्रसिद्ध पर्वी श्रीकृष्णार्जुनी बरवी गोठी जे केली जे उपनिषदांचे सार सर्व शास्त्रांचे माहेर परमहंसी सरोवर सेविजे जे तिये गीतेचा कलशू संपूर्ण हा अष्टादशू म्हणे निवृत्ती दाजू ज्ञानदेवो पुढती 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 या ग्रंथ पुण्य संपत्ती सर्व सुखी सर्वभूती संपूर्ण होईजे. He says, this beautiful dialogue which took place between Lord Krishna and Arjuna, these are the two characters. Lord Arjuna is the individual, Lord Krishna is the Lord. You can't learn from the formless and attributeless. From Brahman you cannot learn. How will you relate? He speaks in silence. And you don't know how to be silent. So we need someone from whom we can study and learn. And that is the Lord. So here it is, that is how it is. Another way you can take it, Krishna and Arjuna dialogue is the dialogue between our mind and ourself. The mind which is confused, which is extroverted, at some blessed moments it becomes introverted, then again it gets pulled out into the world. One day when it is introverted, he has worked out that there is no answer in the world, but he doesn't know how to come back. He says, God, please, I am losing the plot, man. My mind, just like the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, I am losing the plot. Everything is becoming, my body is shivering, my hair are standing on end, my mind is whirling. The world has hijacked my mind, has hijacked my thoughts. When we live at sensory level, this is what happens. Then listening to his prayer, the Lord comes and gives the Bhagavad Gita, and slowly and steadily and gently and compassionately and holding his hand, just like the cow gives the mother the milk to its calf, and while the calf is drinking, she is licking away, cleaning the calf. Same way, Krishna, with that type of compassion and love, is taking care of the growth of Arjuna. When we become self-oriented within ourselves, the self with that much compassion will take care of the mind. It doesn't have to be my way or the highway. It doesn't have to be a fight with the truth. If you don't, that was me. It has to be, you just single-pointedly, you think about the truth, chant Om, it will start. It will start, the whole journey will begin. Trust what the scriptures are saying. All that is required is a single pointed attention towards the truth or towards the scriptures. And here he says that this beautiful dialogue which took place between Lord Krishna and Arjuna occurs in the Bhishma Parva of the Mahabharata. Bhishma Parva is the central chapter. Parva is the various cantos. So it's one of the big chapters in the middle of the Mahabharata, and in that Bhishma Parva, in the middle of it, is the Bhagavad Gita. So basically, Bhagavad Gita is the heart of Mahabharata. And see, this war which we are talking about, in the middle of which Krishna and Arjuna are finding themselves, this is found everywhere. That war is not just outside between Ukraine and Russia or Pakistan and India and China and everyone else. It is not that. This war is going on in our mind. We are continuously, this war is between extrovertedness and introvertedness. This war is between involvement and withdrawal. How I can get away from this oscillation within my mind. Sometimes I get pulled out, sometimes I get pulled in. When I get pulled out, I lose my bearings. When I pulled in, I fall into ignorance, sleep. Continuously it is happening. How do I get out of this, man? It's going on. Incessantly it is going on. Whether I like it or not. Until and this doesn't fire up within us. Even it will fire up. It will happen only by His grace. But that does not mean that we wait. We start to the best of our ability. Arjuna did not wait. I will wait. I don't know who's going to solve my dilemma. Whoever was in front, he asked and sorted it out. You also ask and sort it out. See? And whom does the mind ask? Ask the Lord. Ask the saints and sages. Ask the saints and sages. And don't doubt. They will come and help you. They will come and help you. It contains, because this Mahabharata and the Bhagavad Gita, you didn't hear it. Krishna telling Arjuna. Who gave it to you? Maharishi Vedvyas, a great saint, an incarnation of the Lord Himself. So a great saint has given it to us 5,760, 70 years ago. He put it on paper. He recorded it as he saw it. See? So if that saint could do something like this, other saints are equally adept. Be available. Ask this question, how do I get out of this jungle called the world? Not only the outside one, but also the one inside, in my mind. You ask the question, any saint and sage will oblige. Will oblige. He will not say, get away from here. And if he does say it, it is only to prompt you to think a bit deeper. Nisargadatta Maharaj used to say that. If he asks a question and you don't answer, he says, don't waste the spot. Only limited spaces. 10 people can come. Get out. You have to throw them out. He will not speak only after that. Till that fellow doesn't go. Why? You have wasted 10 days if you didn't understand even the basic. Then you are not qualified. You are still lost in, he did this to me, I did that to do, I want a baby, I want a grandchild, I want my child to get married, and I invested in that business and it is not working out. They are lost in this. He used to say, this is not available in my shop. Go somewhere else. Go to the temple, do arti. It contains the quintessence of the Upanishadic knowledge and is the parental home of all Shastras. This Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all Upanishads. How many Upanishads are there? We are going to study only 11. We have done few of them. How many we have done? Kaivalya Upanishad, Ishavasya Upanishad, Keno Upanishad, Katho Upanishad. Next is Taittiriya Upanishad we will be doing. So we'll do 9, because the 10th and 11th I also not studied. So I have to study first. They are huge. Today only we were doing the chanting and suddenly the Brihadaranyaka. You know how many pages? 100 pages of verses. Means till the last breath I will be taking that. So we'll have to take certain portions and skip the other. Chandogya Upanishad, 80 pages. Not with commentary, just the shlokas, 80 pages. So we skipped it and went to Surya Upanishad, which was only 20-30 verses, and learned that, how to chant. But hopefully we will be able to address that. So Bhagavad Gita is so these are the 11 main Upanishads. There are other Upanishads also, small, minor Upanishads, major. These are the 11 major Upanishads. So, in yoga, there are Upanishads in Avdhuta Upanishad is there, some Prana Upanishad, many different names are there. But the essence of all of them, the makhan, the ghee, the makhan, the butter is Bhagavad Gita. Essence of all the Upanishads. Upanishads themselves are essence of all the Vedas. Is the highest knowledge available in the Vedas. Imagine all the essence of all the Upanishads is Bhagavad Gita. How great it is. Don't take it, Bhagavad Gita, suna hua hai. Bhagavad Gita, why not? That where Krishna gives knowledge to Arjuna, yeah, I know. Don't take it as a matter of fact. Have reverence towards it. A quintessence of the Upanishad knowledge, and is the paternal home of all Shastras and all the scriptures, all the tenets that are given in the scriptures, you will find them indicated or mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, because frankly there are volumes and volumes written on karma yoga, volumes are written on bhakti yoga, volumes are written on jnana yoga. But when you take the essence, our Bhagavad Gita gives you a beautiful scheme of the karma, dhyan, bhakti, jnana, etc. And succinctly, in few verses, compared to those voluminous works, it gives you overview of everything with the depth that is required. That's very rare. And in this way, and is the perennial home of all the Shastras. This is the home of all the Shastras. It is verily the Manasa lake, which is resorted to by the swans in the form of ascetics of the highest order Paramahamsas. Manasa lake is the Mansarovar lake. Only once I have seen 2 swans there. Only once. After that I have not seen. And who are these 2? Manasa lake is the lake of the mind. And what are there? 2. Who are these 2? Swans. Who are they? Saints. Ascetics. So is your mind by nature a renunciate? Is it having vairagya? Is it committed to the divine? If you go to Mansarovar, most of the time the Mansarovar is calm. At least whenever we have gone, it has been calm only. We go on the full moon, so we can see the full moon also. Last 2 times we have seen. Okay. So is our mind calm? And who are these 2 swans? One is the you can say Lord or Brahman, and the other is the Jiva. On these 2, there is one whole Upanishad called Mundaka Upanishad. Dvau Suparna Sayuja Sukhaya. It begins with 2 birds on a tree. These 2 birds on the lake are these same 2 birds. These 2 birds are within us also. One is the lower self and one is the higher self. The lower self is the individuality, higher self is the infinite. Infinite is watching, individual is caught up. Same story of the 2 comes in the Puranjan story in Srimad Bhagawad, where these 2 fellows are sitting in the plain and going around. One is happy within himself, the other one is looking around. He sees one palace with a beautiful 15-16-year-old girl, and the moment the shadow of the plane falls there, she looks up, the eyes meet, and before he knows, he falls down. The other fellow is watching. Gaya. Oh, he will not even mention anything. He falls down. Now what does he do? हिंदी गाना है, तू बैठ जा मैं बैठ गया, तू बैठी नहीं, क्या है? If you sit, I sit. If you eat, I eat. If you walk, I walk. If you sleep, I sleep. तू जहाँ चली जाएगी मैं वहाँ चला आऊँगा, ऐसे कुछ है वो गाना. So this is what is happening. The consciousness is following whatever that intellect is doing. We have to recognize that we are not the intellect. We are not the mind. We are not the body. We are not the breath. That is that city of 9 gates with the girl and and all the soldiers that are there. Who are you? You are other than that. And then it took him 2 lives to find out that, acha, arey, tu to wahi pe hi hai. He says, come back. He goes back to his beloved, back to the plane. Because he seeks out. He remembers what happened in the past and he realizes, arey, I have gone the wrong way. That is the story. So, here, this all began because of the 2 swans on the Manas lake. Manas, lake of the Mansarovar. Manas means mind, Sarovar means lake. The lake of the mind can be 2 ways. Either it can be turbulent or it can be calm. Choose wisely. If you go extrovert, it is turbulent. When you are introvert, it is calm. But the turbulence is of desires, passion. And when they are not satisfied, then kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. All these will be talked about on the weekend. These are the Rakshasas inside. See, the demons inside. These are nothing but the ways. They are not other than the truth. Because everything is included in the truth, in the divine. So divine playing with divine. So you decide what you want to be. Which is resorted to by the swans in the form of ascetics of the highest order, Paramahamsas. I, Jnanadeva, the disciple of Nivrittinath, now Gyaneshwari Maharaj is concluding, I, Jnanadeva, Deva means light, effulgence of light, Jnana, knowledge. So light is of the nature of knowledge, or knowledge is of the nature of light. It illuminates. Jnanadeva is illuminating. What? He's throwing light upon the words of the Bhagavad Gita. Jnanadeva. And another way you can say, he is conscious of his own essential nature, therefore Jnanadeva. Jnanadeva, the disciple of, and how did he is a disciple of Nivrittinath. Nivrittinath, the one who is dispassionate. So knowledge comes only when you are withdrawn from the comings and goings of the world. Not only at the physical level. We know, actually physical level not too much, more here. When you are convinced here, then automatically physically also you will withdraw. Okay. When I was in Badrinath doing sadhana for 1 month, that Bhagwati Amma used to be there. She was a Nepalese princess her parents were bringing her to Badrinath to get married, and she didn't want to get married. So they stopped somewhere, the bus must have stopped, and when you come you will see the roads how they are. Somewhere they stopped, the food, they took their own kitchen and everything. So she ran away into the jungle. And they searched, they couldn't find her. And she then came to Badrinath and did her sadhana, and she used to see Narayana like I'm seeing you. And by just looking, the tears will start. And you can see that she's seeing Narayana. And just being in her presence. So when I went there, I said, Amma, she says, blessing, she gave me some prasad with her own hand. And I said, Amma, please bless me that I have come here to do some sadhana. Swamiji has sent me, etc., etc. She says, good. Be steadfast in the sadhana. Don't get distracted by anything. I said, okay. So I didn't get distracted by the Badrinath temple also. I didn't get distracted by her also. I didn't go out of my room. Only doing my sadhana day in and day out. The only reason I used to come out of the room was for food. Because Swamiji, who initiated me into Kriya Yoga, he said, and he used to cook himself and feed me. And he gave me his guru's room to for sadhana, Mohanananda. You can Google Mohananandji on YouTube. He used to dress up like a woman, like a goddess, Radha Bhav. And then after 1 month when I was leaving, I went to Bhagavati Amma. I said, Amma, I followed your dictate. Don't get distracted. She says, I never told you not to come back to me. Whole month you did not come. I was waiting for you. What happened to you? Did you go back or are you doing? I said, at least I was in your mind, Amma. Now I come. I said, I was doing sadhana. I did not go anywhere. I just did my sadhana, as you said. She said, don't be like a crow, pecking on different fruits and not eating any completely. Dive into it completely. I, Jnanadeva, the disciple of Nivrittinath, now declare that this 18th chapter, which is the pinnacle of the dialogue, ends here. Now he is concluding after Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Moksha Sanyaasa Yogo Nama Ashtadashodhyayaha. So that commentary of what I just chanted, the commentary of that was going on till now. And now he says, now I rest here. How beautiful it is, huh? May the religious merit of this work bring full happiness. Bring full happiness. Where are we? May the religious merit of this work bring full happiness day by day to all beings in this world. Jnanadeva composed this commentary on the Gita in the Shalivahana Shaka year 1212, and Satchidananda Baba became his reverent amanuensis. I don't know what does that mean. Satchidananda Baba must be some Mahatma who was listening to him, and then he must have noted it down, written it down, and then that's how it came to us now. So here it's saying 1212 according to Shalivahana Shaka, but actually it is about 7th century sometime. 7th century, yeah. No, 7th century? 760, 70 years ago. कितना हो गया? 1300s. In 1400, he came. Who? Tulsidas ji came. Or towards the end of 13th century, Tulsidas ji came. So all of them came. Ramanujacharya also. Ramanuja came before. Madhvacharya came around that time. And in this way, we conclude. Here it says, where are we? Shake varashate barottare te taitika keli Gyaneshwari. This is the last two lines that we read. Satchidananda Baba adare lekhaku zahala. Lekhaku zahala. Satchidananda Baba was the one who was transcribing the what Gyaneshwar Maharaj was writing, speaking. Lekhaku zhala. Iti Shri Jnanadeva Virachitayam Bhavartha Deepikayam Ashtadashodhyayaha. So normally what do we say? iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam. But we are doing what? We are doing Gyaneshwari, and the commentary on the Bhagavad Gita is called as Bhavartha Deepika. Bhavartha Deepika. Remember yesterday we were talking about what is Bhava? Bhava is your intuitive capacity where your senses have merged into your mind and mind has merged into the intellect. Then this new faculty arises which is called Bhava, which is called intuition, which is able to suss out the truth, which is able to see everything clearly, that everything is divine. And that's what Gyaneshwar Maharaj, merely prompted by his teacher, by his Guru Maharaj, by his brother, immediately out of him spurred forth the entire commentary without any preparation. Without any preparation. Just like a mother, the moment the child is born, out of her bosoms, automatically the milk starts sprouting, which was absent before. But once the child is born, immediately it happens. The nurturing, the caring, all begins. The sacrificing. And that is what our Gyaneshwar Maharaj is exemplifying. And here he says, here it is said, iti Shri Jnana Deva Virachitayam, that iti, thus, Shri Jnana Deva, Gyaneshwar Maharaj, Virachitayam, composed by him, Bhavartha Deepikayam, this is the Bhavartha Deepika. Deepika is, he is throwing light on the, with bhav, with in English it is only feeling, but feeling is at the mental level only. But what did I just now explain? Where the senses and the mind and the intellect are one whole, then that is bhava. Where there are no distractions, then this bhava comes. Bhavartha Deepikayam, and with this disposition, he has told this 18th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Shri Shakhe Pandharashe Sahottari Tarana Nama Samvatsari Eka Janardane Atyadari Gita Gyaneshwari Pratishuddha Keli. So, Shri Shake, here he is saying something else, here he is saying something else. Right? यहाँ पे क्या बोला उसने? Here it is Shaka, only Shaka. So here he is giving, he is saying what? Pandharashe, 15, na? 1500. 1500.
1506 Sahottari. Shri Shake Pandharashe Sahottari.
Okay, 1506. So here it is written, they have got, so that is Shake, and this is, यहाँ पे भी Shri Shake Pandharashe Sahottari. Anyway, we will not get lost in numbers. Unnecessarily we will get agitated. When it works out, it works out. We know he was there. And our importance is on what he has said. And Tarana Nama Samvatsari. And the year was called Tarana Nam. Tarana Samvatsar. You know what is this Samvatsar which started in January? Or just now it went that there. Krodha Samvatsar. So that time when he gave the lecture, it was Tarana Samvatsar. Tarana means सबको तार देना, निर्वाण, तार दो. Now it is all the year of anger. That's why we see all the problems going on around. Krodha. Tarana Nama Samvatsari Eka Janardane Atyadari. एक जनार्दने, and I don't know how will we, क्या लिखा है उसके बारे में?
यहाँ लिखा है शके 1506 तारणा नाम संवत्सरामध्ये श्री जनार्दन महाराजांचे शिष्य एकनाथ महाराज यांनी गीता ज्ञानेश्वरी
प्रतिशुद्ध केली. ओके, एका जनार्दन. So one Janardhan Swami. Janardhan Swami we have heard. I have not read the biography, but I have heard of Janardhan Swami, and his disciple was Eknath Maharaj. But Eknath Maharaj, if you remember in the beginning of the story, beginning of the 14 years ago I told you, that he had, even though he was a disciple of Janardhan Swami, but in the heart of hearts, he had accepted Gyaneshwari Maharaj as his Guru. And Eknath Maharaj was born 300 years after Gyaneshwari Maharaj. And in his dream, Gyaneshwari Maharaj came and said, come to this bank of the river Indrayani, and I am sitting here under this tree, and you dig out and the root is choking me. And when he found that, then now we have the temple. But that Eknath Maharaj, who is also well documented, he traveled all over India. He went all the way to Iran, Afghanistan, Kandahar, and you see the entire, our Guru Granth Sahib, this lot of OVs and his sayings have been just taken and been duplicated in Guru Granth Sahib. Grantha Purvicha Atishuddhu, this ancient composition of whether you say Gyaneshwari Maharaj or recalibrated by Eknath Maharaj, it is Atishuddhu, it is very pure, Paripatantari Shuddha Abadha. And if the beauty of our scriptures is, don't stop coming to the class, what I'm going to tell now. And what is the beauty of our scriptures? This goes true with the Durga Saptashati also. You don't need to understand the meaning. You need to, with bhav, with single pointed devotion, need to chant. And the more you are withdrawn from the world and surrendered to the Bhagavad Gita, as you are chanting, the meaning starts revealing itself. Meaning starts revealing itself. This you have to practice to know. You have heard from me that it is like this, but you have to practice. So make a commitment today as an offering to Gyaneshwari Maharaj that every day we'll take some text and one chapter of it, whether it is Bhagavad Gita, best is Bhagavad Gita, it is the essence of everything. Chant one chapter every day. That means in 1 year, 365 days, you would have chanted, even if you miss 1 or 2 days for any reason, few days, 2 times you would have chanted, in 2 years you will have chanted the complete Bhagavad Gita. 700 verses are there. Then chant 2, in 1 year it will complete. If you chant the whole chapter every day, if you chant the whole chapter, how many times you will do the Parayan in the whole year? So many times. So do one chapter every day. And as you are going, suddenly you will start remembering, this verse I have heard, I chant, you will complete it. Just like you listen to me or Swamiji, and sometimes now you must have gotten tuned with us. So whenever I say something, you automatically complete it in your mind. Same way happens with Bhagavad Gita. Same way happens with Lalita Sahasranam. Same way it happens with Purusha Suktam or Narayana Suktam or Durga Suktam or Vishnu Sahasranam. When it starts, automatically the rest of it, the tongue automatically chants. See? When that starts happening, the words, because the whole creation is nothing but words. You are focused on the words. The meaning of the words will start revealing in that quiet mind. So, make that commitment. Atishuddha, Paripatantari Shuddha Abadha. And by doing this, what will happen? Abadha. Abadha means you will become free from all shackles. What are the shackles? desires, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, body identification, ignorance, avidya, kama, karma. These are the shackles. Is that what it says there?
प्रत शुद्ध केली. ग्रंथ मुळातच अतिशुद्ध होता, परंतु लोकातील पाठभेदाने क्वचित शुद्धतेला बाधा आली होती. तो पाठभेद शुद्ध करून ज्ञानेश्वरीची प्रत शुद्ध केली.
So he is talking. My understanding is limited about my misunderstanding. So because over times interpolation happens. So Eknath Maharaj again put, because he was a great saint. So by the grace of Gyaneshwar Maharaj, whom he had accepted as Guru, he presented it as we are reading it right now. तो शोधुनिया एवं विध प्रतिशुद्ध सिद्ध ज्ञानेश्वरी. This is what she said, that again he rewrote the Gyaneshwari. नमो ज्ञानेश्वरा निष्कलंका जयाची गीतेची वांछिता टीका ज्ञान होय लोका अधिभाविका ग्रंथार्थिया. रीड, क्या लिखा है?
ज्यांची गीतेवरील टीका ज्ञानेश्वरी वाचली असता गीता ग्रंथाच्या अर्थाविषयी आर्त असलेल्या भाविक लोकांना ज्ञानप्राप्ती होते, त्या अतिपवित्र ज्ञानेश्वर महाराजांना नमस्कार असो.
So that Bhagavad, that Bhavartha Deepika, which was given by Gyaneshwar Maharaj, those people who chant it, repeat it, read it, listen to it, read it, all these things, they get the essence of the Bhagavad Gita. And to that Gyaneshwar Maharaj, because of which this was possible, our salutations. Bahukala parvani gomti भाद्रपद मास कपिला षष्ठी प्रतिष्ठाने गोदा तटी लेखन कामाठी संपूर्ण झाली. ज्ञानेश्वरी पाठी जो ओवी करील मराठी तेणे अमृताचे ताटी जाण नरोटी ठेविली. रीड.
फार वर्षांनी येणाऱ्या भाद्रपद महिन्यातील कपिला षष्ठीच्या पर्वणीचे सुयोगावर गोदावरीवर पैठण क्षेत्रात प्रतशुद्ध करणे समाप्त झाले. ज्ञानेश्वरीच्या मूळच्या पाठात जो पदरची ओवी प्रक्षिप्त करील त्याने अमृताच्या ताटात करवंटी ठेवण्यासारखेच होय.
So remember when we told the story again 14 years ago, Gyaneshwar Maharaj had gone to Paithan. Paithan is a place very close to Shirdi, not far from 90 kilometers from Shirdi, I think. And there he had gone because of the Pandits there. The Pandits had told his parents that if you atone for the sin, because his father was a sannyasi and he had come back into family life on the dictate of his guru. But these Pandits think, who Guru? We don't know. Our Granth, our scriptures say, or their mind says, that you have to atone for this sin of coming back into the family life. Because they wanted their children to get the thread and get initiated into Gayatri Mantra. Because that is the first initiation required by a child. And none of the children were initiated. Even though Nivrittinath has been blessed by Gahaninath, still father doesn't know. So they are doing this all secretly behind, and so they said, "Oh, you have to give up your life in order for them to be initiated again." That's how the systems, the religion at that time had become, gone to doldrums. So when the father and mother had taken their life for the sake of their children, these children, they went to Paithan, and there they said, "You said this to our parents, they are given, now give us initiation. What is your name?" The one, Nivrittinath never speaks. Sopan is too small. Muktabai is very small. So only Gyaneshwar Maharaj. So he spoke, He says, my name is Jnanadev. Jnanadev, you, Jnanadev, and you want initiation. Just because you got name Jnana doesn't mean that you can comprehend the knowledge of the scriptures. And this way they were taunting him. And when taunting begins, it spreads. And all the learned pandits, they started taunting these four kids. And suddenly out of them, one of them said, oh, see, there is a buffalo by the name of Jnana going. Just because his name is Jnana, can he also know the knowledge, have the knowledge? Can he chant the Vedas? Jnanadev kept quiet. And when he kept quiet, somewhere khujli ho gayi kisi ko. So he said, can he chant? Then suddenly, I don't know, maybe Muktabai or she, Dada. He says, yes, he can. Because if Atma is in you, Atma is in me, there is Atma in this buffalo also. Yes, if Atma is there, it can chant. And all of them started laughing at him, taking him for, deriding him. He says, okay. So he went and chanted Om in the ear of that buffalo. And he started chanting Om Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasraksha. That very moment, the entire mood of the congregation of all the learned pandits, they all fell at the feet of Gyaneshwar Maharaj. And then, what to do now after the celebrations that now we have found a great master, this, that. Suddenly their ego went. And now what to do? Now it is time to reform. It was still, they were only at the surface level. Now true reformation. How will reformation happen? Through Bhagavad Gita. Then Nivrittinath tells Gyaneshwar Maharaj that you talk on Bhagavad Gita now. Where it is happening? In Paithan. That place is still there. I had taken bath in the river there and a small temple, very beautiful. Very beautiful temple. You have come. Remember, all the buffaloes were swimming with us in the river. We walked all the way down to the river. We were about that deep in the river. We could cross also. After Shirdi temple we went. When we went to Gyaneshwari and Ajanta Ellora that time. Swamiji, where all you take, we don't remember. Yes, we must have gone. So in this way, he says, in conclusion, he says, Shri Krishna Arpanamastu Shubham Bhavatu Shri Paramatmane Namaha Tat Sat Brahma Arpanamastu. So, Shri Krishna Arpanamastu, I offer this entire Bhavartha Deepika to Krishna Arpanamastu. I offer it to the Lord Krishna. Shubham Bhavatu. May it bring auspiciousness. Shri Paramatmane Nama, and my salutations to that formless, attributeless, qualityless, infinite, absolute reality. And Tat Sat Brahma Arpanamastu. So, that truth, Tat, that, Sat, truth. That existence or that truth, Brahma Arpanamastu. To that Brahman, I offer this entire treatise. Bolo Gyaneshwar Maharaj ki jai. Bolo Krishna Kanhaiya Lal ki jai. Arjun Maharaj ki jai. Bhagavad Gita Maiya ki jai, jai, jai. Gyaneshwari Maiya ki jai. Gyaneshwar Mauli ki jai. Bhavartha Deepika ki jai. So with this we conclude our marathon on Gyaneshwari, only to begin again. We will begin again from the first chapter of Gyaneshwari, because some of you joined in between somewhere, so we'll conclude till wherever you came. and I thank the Mahatmas, all of you Mahatmas, all the Adrishya Mahatmas, all the gods, all the Devatas, all our Guru Parampara to have chosen this instrument to speak about it. Otherwise, how we were and how we are today, I don't feel, when I started it, I didn't feel qualified to speak about it. But you have to start because it's something good, it is something beneficial, it is something that mind must remain involved and intoxicated with. So as you keep building up, confidence also came. When I started off, I couldn't even chant these verses properly. Confidence came, and now I'm able to, a little bit I can understand, but not, this is very old Marathi. But we have been able to complete it. Somehow, all major tapasyas in my life are 14 years long. Normally they say it's one tapasya is equal to 12 years. In my life, it's always 14 years. In whatever life I have, okay? It's not very long. So my initial preparation was 14 years. This Bhagavad Gita, 14 years it took. Srimad Bhagavatam, it took 14 years to conclude. So I can only observe and comment that this is the pattern that is happening, and I don't know what is going to happen further. So let's see. But at this moment, we will continue with Gyaneshwari, first chapter. So again, we'll begin with the story of Gyaneshwar Maharaj. Hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed myself. Today you are quite a few of you, but the other times there's only 1, 2, 5, 10. But you come on the Zoom, I know. Hopefully you come live, then it is better. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.
हे असतं बघ, कल्चर असतं ते.
नाही पण नुसते जास्त टाकतात त्या व्हरायटी नुसतं टाकतात बघितलं नाही.
So whenever we start in July, let other people also know that we are starting again, or if they can't come, share the link. The more the merrier. It is our responsibility, just like it is my responsibility, and with joy I am sharing with every day I am sharing something. So it is your responsibility also to share it with other people, bring them into this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita or whatever the text we are doing, so that you don't know what will click to someone. Maybe that particular lecture was the answer to all their problems. So many times we have seen that happen. So we'll meet tomorrow evening at the retreat.